I've always found it so incredibly hard to gain weight, which means gaining weight requires an absolute truckload of food. Often, this is referred to as the hard gainer. Now, this doesn't mean it's impossible to gain weight, it just means it's hard. I suppose that's why they call it the hard gainer, right? Huh, go figure. After 11 years of training, 8 bulking phases and over 35 kilograms gained, I think I've got it pretty sussed. So here's some tips and tricks I've learned along the way for skinny guys trying to bulk up. And we're starting with keeping foods calorie dense. Now when you hear that, you could assume, let's get a Mackey's bro, let's get a Five Guys. And whilst that's okay, and whilst that will gain weight, it's probably not going to contribute to great performance in the gym and great recovery outside of the gym. It'll also make you feel a bit So, to keep foods calorie dense, or to keep your meals calorie dense, we could use things like olive oil. Also, olives are great. Butter. If you're making stuff with milk in it, get rid of the skim stuff. Adding in sultanas to your rice, adding in dates to your rice, adding in higher calorie sauces to your meals, so adding this instead of this. All of these things add calories. All of these things won't make you feel ridiculously full, and you're making your meals so incredibly calorie dense. These aren't really bulking out your meal either, so you don't look at the amount of food and think, this. They're just going to be very subtle ways to sneak in calories. Now these also have another benefit, and that's digestion. Often, if food is pushed sky high, digestion just goes out the window, literally. But again, these little tricks, adding in things that are barely noticeable, means everything is solid. Again, very literally. Tip number 2, stop moving so much. From 2010 to 2016, I moved so much. My step count was over 16k per day. I was playing competitive sport, I was training for 3+ hours per day. I was just moving way too much, which meant my calories had to be sky high too. Now, if your job dictates you moving a lot, you can't really do anything about that. It's a non-negotiable output, so you're just gonna have to try and get the calories in. If you're a competitive athlete outside of bodybuilding, again, we can't really do much about that either. You're just gonna have to get the food in. Or you could do what I did and just quit. We don't need to train for 3+ hours, however, so that can almost definitely be shifted down so that you don't need to eat as much. Also, a quick little programming consideration in a massing phase. Program movements very, very close to each other. So if you're attacking chest, stay on the bench and then attack your back work via the same bench. So do like a chest supported row or something like this. Another really simple one is staying on the cables. So setting up like a bicep movement and then staying on the cables and doing the tricep movement. You don't have to do them as a superset, but at least you're not moving. You just go from here to here. Simple. Also well aware that this is in the garage, so it's probably easier, but in a gym, you get the point. Just stay close. Simple tricks like this in a massing phase will tune down your total output for the day. If you can shift your output down, your food doesn't need to come up as high. So yeah, stop freaking moving, homie. Tip number 3, you're not eating enough. Now this one sounds really condescending, but I used to think I was eating a lot of food until I started tracking my food. I then realized my daily intake was very low, so I decided to increase my intake, and lo and behold, my body weight started to creep up. My advice on this one is to start tracking your food and then weigh yourself every single day for about a week, and then keep on adding 100 calories every single week until you start to gain weight. And it's that damn simple. With this trick, you'll 100% gain weight. Tip number 4, get in them liquids, son. A very easy way to get in calories is through liquids. Things like whey shakes, orange juices, smoothies, also things like dextrose, highly branched cyclodextrin as an intra-workout. Also things like Gatorade, Lucozade intra-workout contain a good hit of calories also. All of these contain calories but won't bloat you out as much as a bowl of, say, chicken and rice. Plus, you could have less rice and add in some orange juice and you'll feel less full but still hit your calories. Some would say, winner winner, chicken and OJ for dinner. I'll leave. But I hope these little tips and tricks will help you gain weight, and to be honest, I really wish that I would have seen these tips before I started lifting, because I wouldn't have wasted so much time and it would have made life so much easier. Anyway, make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe. And if you enjoyed the start of this vlog, I'll push you to others very similar to this to aid you to get as jacked as possible. But until then, peace.